All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the number one team in the NFC South. That's right, baby. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, being led by Misfit legend himself, Baker Mayfield, having himself an afternoon. He's having himself a season, by the way. 3 touchdowns this afternoon. They take down divisional rival. Not an easy place to play, not an easy team to beat, not an easy defense to go against. The New Orleans Saints, 26-9. They didn't even give up a touchdown. Folks, this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is extremely legit. They're extremely legit. Here's the thing with Tampa Bay right now. They're the best team in the NFC South. They're the best team in the NFC South. All offseason, what did I hear? We don't really know what the NFC South's about, but I think Derek Carr is the best quarterback in the division, so I'm going to pick the Saints to win it. I'm sitting here, I'm thinking to myself, personally, I've covered the Raiders for over a year. I'm like, Derek Carr at best is an average quarterback. Baker Mayfield is the former first pick in the draft. This guy has the mentality, he has the leadership, and he certainly has the talent to get this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team into the playoffs once again. And we're seeing it, folks. We're seeing it right now firsthand. Mike Evans got injured with a hamstring. They said, oh, it doesn't matter. This team is as resilient as they come. Type in right now on Google, resilient. You're going to see the answer. It's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, folks, welcome back to the channel. Obviously, tonight, we're going to be talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers victory. If you enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. I do post a couple of Buccaneers videos every single week. So, Bucs fans, if we could try and get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. If you can't tell right now, I'm amped up. I'm completely out of breath. This was beautiful. I mean, this is just mastery. This is a class act. It's not that I can't believe what I just saw, because we talked about it all offseason. We've talked about it through the first month of the season. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are so much better than people think. Baker Mayfield himself is so much better than people think. And he's got Mike Evans. He's got Chris Godwin. But what else does he have? He has one of the most, I'm going to just say it right now, the most disrespected defense in the entire National Football League. You know, if you watch Buccaneers games last season, you know what I'm talking about right now. Tom Brady did not have a good season. I'm not trying to make this about Tom Brady, but what I'm saying is Tampa Bay's defense, their team in general, was decimated by injuries. And I know there's a ton of teams across the National Football League that you can say the same thing, but boy, oh boy, this defense is a Super Bowl caliber defense. They're a Super Bowl caliber defense. Now, I know I'm not the biggest Derek Carr fan, but at the end of the day, you just held a team to no touchdowns. The year's 2023. We live in an offensive-driven league. The atmosphere, the energy, the aura of this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. Tom Brady is the best quarterback of all time. It is so much different. It's actually like I can't even draw comparisons to what Tampa Bay was like at this point last season. Now, I know Tampa Bay started their season last year with a very impressive road victory over New Orleans, but the vibe is so much different. These guys are having a blast. And I just got to say, the misfit, Baker Mayfield, we talked about it, folks, all offseason, and my Bucs fans were backing me up. Baker Mayfield is a misfit, and you do not bet against misfits. We can go back. We can look at his interceptions. We can look at his touchdown to interception ratio. We can look at every quote-unquote mistake Baker Mayfield has made in his career, and we can sit back and look at ourselves and be like, Baker Mayfield's a starting quarterback in the National Football League. And that's what Tampa Bay saw today, or tonight, or this afternoon, rather. 25 of 32, 246 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have that interception that was certainly a blunder. The run game tonight, 114 yards. It's still something I would like to see be improved, but I'm very bullish on Rachaad White, especially, second half of the season. This afternoon, 15 carries, 56 yards. But Baker Mayfield, one thing that's just so underrated about Baker is the dude's a winner. We can look at Carolina, or you could look at, the way we could look at Cleveland, and we could look at the way Cleveland ended. We could look at his tenure in Carolina. We could look at the Rams, and you could draw a conclusion saying Baker's done. But like we said at the beginning of this video, we can go back to Baker's tenure with Cleveland and be like, Baker certainly was not the problem. We have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, who probably is the most underrated wide receiver in the entire National Football League, tonight 8 catches, 114 yards, which was extremely important because Mike Evans went down with a hamstring injury in the third quarter. Tompkins, 4 catches, 45 yards, and that crazy game-clinching touchdown. I mean, it's just beautiful. What I'm watching right now is a well-run football team. This is a well-run football team. I get it. They're in the NFC South. Carolina, they're 0-4. Atlanta now 2-2. The Saints are now 2-2. I don't think personally that Tampa Bay is not only a threat in the division, I think they're a genuine threat in the NFC. This is a team with a chip on their shoulder. Every single person, I'm telling you, man, every single person outside of like Bucs fans, maybe some people in Bucs media, every single soul out there. And by the way, Bucs fans, I have to reiterate this point. Bucs fans are not saying this. Nobody believed in this team. Folks, this defense is insane. And if you watched the football game this afternoon, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you've watched the first month of Buccaneers football, that defense, man, it is at worst top 10. Antoine Winfield Jr., this dude is a freaking superstar stud. He had a sack, he had a forced fumble, he had some pass deflections. Antoine Winfield was all over the field this afternoon, along with Vita Vea. This defense, people, I don't know why. I think people just think like they're the Rams from 2 years ago, and it's like, oh yeah, they've got all these guys like Jalen Ramsey, Leonard Floyd, and they've got to get rid of them. And they're just super old. There's just no talent there. They completely revamped their defense, and that's just not how it went. They got so much returning talent on the defensive end that we're sitting here and we're thinking, if the quarterback can just be competent. At the start of training camp, at the start of offseason, we're looking at Kyle Trask. When Baker Mayfield signed with the Buccaneers, we're thinking, I don't want to get ahead of myself because I don't know what I'm going to get with Trask. I don't know what I'm going to get with Baker. But that defense, I have Mike Evans, I have Chris Godwin, I have Cade Otton, who's really talented tight end in his second year, underrated rookie season. I have Rashad White, who really picked things up in the second half of his rookie season. We're pulling all these things together and we're thinking to ourselves, why not? Like, why freaking not? And that's exactly what has happened. Like, even that Eagles game where they lost 25-11, it still wasn't bad. So you're coming up, you've got a bye week this upcoming week, and then you've got some interesting games. You've got Detroit at home, you've got divisional rival Atlanta at home, and you've got Buffalo on the road. If Tampa Bay can go 2-1 in that stretch, you're looking at 5-2 around halfway through the regular season. I wouldn't bet on Baker, or bet against Baker is what I'd rather say. I wouldn't bet against a misfit in Baker Mayfield. Now that's it for tonight. But if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Buccaneers fans, NFL fans, if you watch this game, I want to hear your thoughts down below. Give me a team grade on this Buccaneers squad. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give them at least an A. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we will catch you guys next time.